All right, Chad Smith, we are back from commercial. We've got Barrel or Nah presented by Buell, buellsurf.com, of course.
The best.
It's almost 3-2 season, I feel like. Has the water gotten cold down there?
It's gotten chilly. Look at, I'm wearing a denim little
true.
jacket. It is 3-2 time. It might go back to straight 2 time. California does that sometimes in fall where you get the pulse of real warm water again and real warm weather. But as of today, it is pumpkin spice latte and 3-2 time.
Yeah, 3-2 time up here, and I am fully okay with that. I'm down for...
Especially when you got a new Buell. I'm gonna if you have not Buell, you can get what's our savings at buell.com/surf?
25%.
25%. What is it? Splendor 15?
It's grit.
Splendor 25.
Buell Grit 25.
Buell Grit 25. It is worth spending the money just for that feeling. Almost nothing beats putting on a brand new 3-2. No sand, no dampness, no nothing. Knowing you're going to be perfectly warm. It's worth it.
I just love the smell of a new suit.
Yep.
The smell of a new suit brings me back to childhood where it was just all optimistic potential opportunity. You get that thing and you're just like, I am going to shred.
I'm ruling today. Yeah.
Exactly.
Just rule today.
Well,
Buell today.
buellsurf.com. And then our first inquiry came from a listener, and it's directly related to wetsuits. Barrel or Nah, helping a bro pull down their suit.
Such a good one, and it's a no barrel in no case. Okay, I can't speak to... I'm maybe going to leave a caveat for Maine, Rhode Island, the places that get properly freezing cold, where you are numbed and you are doing something insane to begin with, and insanely brave and masculine and all that, surfing in basically sub-zero temperatures. So as such, it'd be like the same as if you were on a major hiking trip with your bro and it started freezing and you had to get naked and sleep in a sleeping bag together. You're already doing something tough, have at it. Take each other's wetsuits off. But if you are wearing a 3-2 or less and you are stuck and got the wiggles, either there's a major problem in your life. Either go on a diet, get a bigger wetsuit, figure out how to get more dexterity, get that damn suit off yourself. It is not like wetsuits are, sure, sometimes they can get a little sticky on the shoulder. Sometimes you're a little chilly, but take it off yourself for pity's sake.
I agree with you, but the only caveat that I'm allowing is maybe you have a shoulder that gets easily dislocated or some sort of an injury that makes this difficult.
Rehab the injury, man.
All of that aside, and I'm not even giving the caveat for Maine surfers.
You're not giving me freezing when they come out and their hands are icicles and they can bash them against the car and maybe between their 4 hands they can get half a suit off.
And a 6 mil suit's a lot harder to pull down than a 3 mil suit.
Yeah.
So that is extra challenging. What I'm suggesting is nobody's ever been permanently stuck in a wetsuit. It's only a matter of effort involved to get that thing off. And so the benefit that comes from the effort is all upside. You do become, like you said, more dexterous. You become more nimble. You probably get a little bit of muscle going too, just from working that thing. But I have had a couple of suits that are particularly tight in that opening because, that also helps keep warmth in and it helps keep water from going in. So they want to make them tight, and I feel like for a few years there, they got a little too tight, and I had such a hard time getting that thing down, but I developed strategies. It's like a little tug on this side. Okay, now go over here, a little tug on that side, and then I got to a little flip, and I got to pull down this way, and you get a little strategy going, and you're the better for it. So
problem solving. Your brain is loose.
Having a bro come over and get you out of a sticky situation just feels it's a bridge too far. I'm asking for too much help. I can get this. No barrel.
No barrel.
Okay. Barrel or Nah, Fanny Packs.
Oh, this is a good one, David Lee Scales.
Kind of coming back into fashion.
They for sure are, and I'm going to say it's a no barrel if you're wearing it ironically. If there's any, as a rule, with me and the barrels or Nas, if it's ironic, if it's intentionally ironic, it is a no barrel. So if you are wearing a fanny pack, no barrel. The fanny pack is really functional, right?
It is.
Like it is. Sometimes you don't want a big shoulder strap thing. You have that much stuff. You have, say, your whatever fits in a fanny pack. It's the perfect thing. Sling that thing on. Who cares, man? Like, I think there's no shame in a fanny pack. If you're doing it like, wow, look at my fanny pack, then that's uncool. Also, I'm going to say it's uncool if your fanny pack is as big as a backpack. You've seen those ones that are like massive fanny packs that are like, I don't know, like maybe our good friend John Brooks wears one when he's out life-saving at the Orlando airport. Maybe like if it's part of your uniform, whatever. But if you're like going hiking and you have as much stuff as fits in a backpack, but you opt for a fanny pack, then no. But
I'm going no barrel as well. I
all the
think
way. I'm going barrel. If you got the medium normal size one, kind of sling it loose.
I can sympathize with females who are downsizing from a purse and they have a bunch of stuff. Like I have a wallet and keys, right? So those fit in pockets, and females often carry a lot more stuff, but maybe the purse is too big or they are going to a concert and they, whatever. Downsizing to a fanny pack, I understand. They probably make fashionable ones that look cool or something. But I have this Patagonia it's a sling bag. So it fits, it's not around the fanny. It goes horizontal across the chest, but it's probably the size of a fanny pack, but I don't wear it daily. But if I'm on a surf trip or something like that, it fits a set of fins, it fits a leash, it fits my sunbum, it fits a bar of wax. Throw my wedding ring in there because that'll come off in the water. Like it is a perfect solution without having to carry a full backpack, but it's fashionable. The sling makes it fashionable somehow.
I'm going to say there's a way to fanny pack it up. Also, that's like not drawing attention to itself.
Yeah.
Low slung, I think, is your bet.
Okay.
On the side. Not like strapped tight to your, what we Americans call fannies.
I really do feel like the least practical way to secure it is around the waist. Like it's liable to slip unless you have a big butt or something. Like it's liable to slip down, right?
It is true. That's a good point. And like I guess I'm speaking out of ignorance here, having never worn a fanny pack.
Yeah. I've never worn one either, actually. I just noticed that they're coming back around, and I see some of them, like, I kind of look cool. Like it doesn't look as ugly as it used to when we were kids.
No, sensible.
All right, so where do we land on this? I'm going no barrel.
I'm going to go barrel, again, if it's a sensible one, and it doesn't slip. I might try a fanny pack.
Maybe you should try a fanny pack and come back to this.
Yeah.
Do you carry more than just wallet and keys?
Well, see, this is the thing. Like sometimes a kid has a peanut allergy, so oftentimes I'll have to have an EpiPen on hand, or or it's a good idea to have one on hand.
Yeah.
Stuff like there, and then with a kid too, there's always perpetual kid junk, right? Like when I'm taking her to ballet, not that I ever have done this, but she always needs hair stuff, right? So if I had a fanny pack with a little extra hair, like ties and bobby pins and whatnot, probably be good, even though she's takes care of her own stuff. But I could see needing more than just keys and wallet.
I see this ending up living in your car. I think you get a fanny pack, you put everything that you just talked about, but it stays in the car because that's close enough.
I mean, funny enough, there is her fanny pack that stays in the car with that stuff in it. So I'm going to put it on and wear it and see how we go.
See, I think the reason why I originally bought that sling bag was it was like a blowout bag for Austin. Like keep a couple diapers in there, keep some wipes in there. And then if we're ever at the park, I just have it handy, but I've never used it for that purpose.
Yeah, but it makes sense. Sensible.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going no barrel on fanny packs. I think there's more sensible solutions like the sling bag. You make your own decisions. Final barrel or not, hiding your keys in the wheel well of your car to go surfing.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I'm going to go old school, yes. Also, don't be mad when your car gets stolen.
Yeah.
Like, it's a good old school move, a classic of the genre, right? Like, the hiding key classic of the genre is the wheel well. A second classic of the genre is the gas flap, right? Yeah. I feel. Third, under the bumper, under the back bumper there. Depending on make or model. There's a lot of classics of the genre, and I want these to stick around. This is like artifacts of our youth. But when you do that, know that it's really no different than putting your key on your windshield and riding. If you need a car, here it is, right? Because if somebody's looking to steal cars, you might as well have your key on the windshield.
Yeah.
Or in as many of those places. Like somebody who's not going to steal a car is not going to go up to a car with a key on the windshield and say, "Ooh, my lucky day. There's the key." Right?
Yeah. Well,
so
I love
just
the idea
barrel,
of
expect.
Well, I love the idea of living in a society where you could leave your keys in the wheel well.
Yeah.
That does, that's like so long gone at this point.
Just expect it. Keep doing it. Just have a good insurance policy on your car. Ooh, I don't even think insurance pays out, to be honest. If they can prove that you've done that.
Oh, well,
yeah.
How would they ever prove that?
I mean, I think they can. I think they say we don't see any, like those insurance adjusters are stinking genius detectives.
They're criminals, dude.
They're criminal. Yeah. And they know exactly. They say, we see no broken glass. So that means your car wasn't locked. So that negates your policy. B, you left your key. That negates your policy. Your policy is double negated. In fact, you're going to pay us now. I know you don't even get,
to pay us.
Yeah, you don't even get I think if you have one of those lock boxes on your car, that negates your insurance policy.
Okay, well, that's what I use.
Yeah.
So the key complication has gotten so much worse with key fobs. Like it used to just be a manual key, like you're talking about, that you could hide somewhere. Society was better back then. And then we got to a point where certainly here, if you live in Huntington Beach, there's people scoping out. They're in the parking lot waiting to watch where you stash your key. And the moment you're in the water, boom, your car's gone. Or they at least break into the car with the key and then steal from it.
Wetsuits used to have key pockets in the wetsuit.
But now you have a key fob.
You can't do nothing with a key fob. Yeah, I know. It's a real sucker.
The other thing with the key fob is you put it in the lockbox and it's still too close to the door and the door will open. Even if it's in the lockbox outside the car, it's close enough to where the door will still unlock with it. So you have to really get creative and find a solution. Or I've had rental cars like in France or whatever, where it's like, there's no way for me to hide this key. I think I brought a lockbox and the fob was too thick to fit into the lockbox. And so now I'm screwed. Now I'm like, okay, I don't trust this place. So what I did is fake like I'm stashing it in the wheel well, but actually bring a towel down to the beach with me and it's stashed in the towel. But I went through a whole acting policy, a whole acting thing where I'm like, oh yeah, here goes my key. And then I go this way with it.
I mean, I'll often bring mine, typically, and for those who want to steal my truck, I'll just throw the key in my shoe and throw it down by the beach somewhere and figure if somebody sees a key in a shoe, they're going to have to go, like, I could be parked anywhere as far as they know. And I mean, I guess I'm probably not parked that far, so they can just walk around clicking it until they find it. But the effort, I feel, if somebody's going to go to that much effort to steal your car, they're probably they could just as well jimmy the lock and really, hotwire it or whatever too. Like stealing a car, I think it's Grand Theft Auto, which is like it's not just a small crime, it's a big crime to steal a car. So the person who's willing to take like major jail time, they're going to do what they're going to do. So what you do with your key is not that important, I think, other than as it relates to insurance.
I can't believe people even steal cars.
Yeah.
Like nowadays, I mean, back in the day, I feel like you could steal a car and sell it or sell it for parts or whatever and it was worth it. But like nowadays, I cannot believe that the risk is worth the reward.
Have you ever had a catalytic converter stolen off your car?
It's funny you should ask. No, I have not, but my brother had one stolen 9 months ago, and he has not been able to get it replaced because there's a shortage on catalytic converters.
Which is why people are stealing them. It's such a bummer to get I've had a couple stolen. It is such a bummer.
Yeah. And apparently now you can there's shields that they sell that block the catalytic converters, so you can put that on your car and people can't steal it, I guess. I don't know.
So there's a will, there's a way, is all I'm saying. You can get out of a wetsuit, you can steal a catalytic converter.
I think it's insane. I said the risk isn't worth the reward, but it's like there's so many people who they're desperate for anything, and they're not. When you're in that mindset, you're not thinking about any sort of consequence.
Rationally going through it.
Yeah, no, and of course, I'm going to get away with it. Like I'm the one who gets away with it, right? Anyways, hide your keys in your wheel well if you live in a great society, and otherwise, get a lockbox and chain it to a fence near your car, maybe. So that is your modern day solution for how to go surfing and not have your car stolen.